Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming up to another video, bro. Wake up in the morning to some bull crap, y'all. Takeoff from Amigos was shot and killed this morning. I can't believe this, bro. That's one of the more talented people in the business, you know. And I just know that it's ugly around there, man. Every time I hear about something coming out of Atlanta, it's ugly right now, and I've been telling you guys this for over a year. That it is not easy living down there if you're trying to make it. If you're a rapper or a black person or whatever, and you're involved in whatever outside, this is not the time to be there. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is not the time to be in that place. And with the different politics going on surrounding their situation, this is really sad, man. This is really sad. When I say politics, I mean like they got a situation with their group right now where, Offset, of course, is not with the group, and it's some contractual stuff going on. And then you see something like this, you're like, are we serious? Are we serious? And it's just so much ugliness going on with that, because you look at certain things they got going on with the Rico stuff that's happening in Atlanta, and all the different names that are attached to that, without any details knowing exactly what happened to Takeoff. I just say, man, this happened in Atlanta. This happened in Atlanta. So prayers out to Atlanta, man. I'm very sad. From Los Angeles, California, I'm sending real good energy to everybody who loves Takeoff or the Migos. I just got this information less than probably like 3 minutes ago, so I'm processing in real time. I had a great deal of fandom for his music and for the group's music. Like I said, one of the more talented dudes on there, man. And you just don't understand why we keep waking up to rappers losing their life, man. I can't seem to understand why these stories keep coming out every couple of weeks. It's like we losing somebody else, man. Some gun violence, some bull crap. I am sick of it. I just don't understand this. And it's like, when you look up and you like, it's the first thing you hear when you wake up in the morning. The first thing. Like, you don't even get to wipe what's in your eyes out your eyes, and you see another talented person lose their life to gun violence. And it's just like, man, I am ready for that narrative to change. As a man with children, a man with family, people who probably had things they wanted to say to him before they didn't get a chance to say to him. People probably want to make some things right. That's what comes to mind when I think of this. I think about the different conspiracies that happen, and the potential sadness that comes with thinking about what people are going to be talking about. Like I said, I'm just going to send prayers y'all way, because I already can kind of see the headlines, kind of see the bloggers and all. I see where they're headed with this before they even start. But once again, man, the rest in power, Takeoff for the Migos, man. I wish I had a little more energy for you guys, a lot more colorful words, but I just don't have anything. I didn't look into what happened, I didn't look into it. I just know what happened enough to get on here and say sorry that it did. Obviously, I got plenty of music to listen to, and lots of Migos music on my playlist and stuff like that. So I guess I'll try to find which ones they are and try to share them with people, man. But this is not the time to promote, so I won't. But I'm just very hopeful that and I guess when you start seeing stuff like this, it's already time to start praying for justice, I suppose. you know, and just pray for those who are gonna have to feel the wrath of that. That's also part of how you equate these type of events. And you're in our culture, you understand this turns into that 9 out of 10 times. And it's just like, we want it to stop, you know. I get it. People who are outside, it's like we got to do what we have to do to make this right. But it's like, all that does is create more mamas crying, more sons without their fathers. I don't know that the get back is a solution for our people, bro. When you consider what we're up against, you consider what we are. I don't know that killing a black man for killing a black man is good strategy for black people. I don't believe so. And I don't think we look at it that way because we're too busy being angry at who hurt us. And that is logical. Extremely logical. But you're still cutting down your numbers. You're still decreasing your population of your people when you think along those lines of evil. You are not getting back at anybody but your numbers. That's all. However you get to that point, you must understand that there are people rooting for you to do that. It's not just you and the person you after involved in the equation. There is a bigger entity above you who's watching you, who probably wants you to do that. And we need to get wise, very, very wise about how we handle our get back going forward. Because I do believe many people are waiting for you to get back so they can round you up and lock you up. They're waiting for you to do what I know and everybody else knows you're prone to do. We as black people need to think about this. This right here. We need to stay in this space right here. Because we don't think about that part enough. You be ready to throw your life away, your team's life away, have your whole group round up because of the inability to see this angle and act on it strategically. And I wish I knew enough people personally to whisper this in their ear before they go out and spin. Because I'm telling you, you are playing right into the enemy's hands. And I am not talking about who did what at all. If you believe in God, he said, vengeance is mine. It ain't because he wants to muzzle your pain and keep you from getting what you deserve to get back. He tell you get back is his because he knows exactly what I'm referring to is real. That there's always someone in the sidelines rooting for you to get them back so they can put you down or put you away. He knows this. He was trying to help us understand how to harness our own pain so that we don't play into the enemy's hands. An enemy that's always looking for an opportunity to take our hands from us so we can't reach out to God. Now, this is what I believe, man. That's what I believe. It's figurative, but if you look at what it is, man, that's what it is. All I have to do if I hate you enough and I'm smart enough and have enough power is to coerce you to be in the same spot with somebody that you're angry with, give you the resources to do what you need to do to them, give you the resources to be just crazy enough, high enough, and incoherent enough to be angry enough to use that pain, that desperation, that pride to initiate a war that I can profit from. And I will let you sit there for 40 years and fight that war and believe it's your doing. And I will collect the plunder every time, throw each and every one of y'all in jail. And the rest of y'all just throw in the ground and collect the plunder off of that. It's money to be made for your enemies. You are not in that room with just the person you mad at. What I mean by that is not just you on that block with that person you mad at. It's a bigger story. Someone owns that block. Someone owns that section. Someone votes into those sections, and they vote to assure that certain things happen. They vote to assure whether you get to stay in that area, how much it costs to stay in that area, who's going to be moving in later, 10, 12 years down the road. So while you're going back and forth doing your spin thing, they got real plans for that area. And when they want you gone, you will be moved, regardless of how serious 10 toes you stand, how many guns you got, none of that. They will use legislation to clear you out. You don't control your area. You don't control your businesses. What do you think EA is showing us? As soon as you do anything that they don't align with, you think you're going to stand against something that they don't have good vibes with, you are going to lose your wealth. You don't have any of that. It's not real. We need to start understanding that while we're sitting up here with our picture perfect conundrums, as I call it, to where ain't no way nobody's going to be able to stop you from doing what you got to do because this is what you got to do, you got to understand that that is exactly what they want you to do. It's foolproof because they made it look that way. It's foolproof because they definitely don't want you thinking it's anybody's fault but yours. You must hold yourself accountable in order to stop this, except for you can't stop this. They continue to invest in this. They continue to promote this to new people who are coming up without any guidance. And they know the streets will take it from there. This, my friends, is the message that Offset's passing brought me to. We can't continue to play in this rat race as if the only thing here is the two rats. It's a whole maze we're in. And there's scientists standing behind this damn lab thing. And y'all got to understand that. There's scientists outside of that cage. It ain't just you and your fellow rats. Pun intended. Beyond intended. So please, 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 please understand what I'm saying. Take this message, man. If Takeoff had to lose his life, and I hope I didn't call him Offset. If I did, please forgive me. But it was always, unfortunately, the great Takeoff. If that led to me being able to wake up this morning, hearing of this horrible situation, and being able to put this out for somebody to actually hear it, absorb it, take it for what it's worth, and put it in their back pocket. If that's what it's for, I will take that for what it's worth and use that little piece of it for whatever I can, man. But I would love to have just not been able to use this message at all. And we just bring the man back and get him back in the studio, keep working on the music. That's what I would prefer. I don't need to learn a lesson. We didn't learn this lesson before. I don't need to say this message. You know this message. Because we've seen it a million times, and apparently we ain't learned from it yet. We still ain't learned nothing. We still want to go back out there and do exactly the same stuff. We still want to take their bag and let them continue to keep their fingers on our neck. We still want to continue to put these substances in our bodies that we know they put there to keep us confused. We need to start waking up. We need to start waking up. You know, I wonder if I even want to find out what happened. If I even want to go on there and see. Because if there's video footage and stuff like that, I'm tired, man. I seen the PNB Block thing. I seen George Floyd. I seen all these different things. I'm cool on seeing that now. I've seen Dolph. Just footage, man. These are people we enjoy their music. We know of their sounds. We listen to their spirits and their art, and then we get a unfortunate event like this, and all of a sudden we have to see the sadness of the whole thing, and we got to see the trauma, and it's like I don't want to see Takeoff that way. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm cool, bro. Enough. I want us to pay attention to each other, but I also want us to start looking at them damn scientists and their foolproof method of not being held accountable, of dreaming up the environments from which we suffer in. I am tired of acting like this is not a variable. I am tired of acting like I don't see them. Just because a good portion of my people don't see them, I have seen them my whole life. They've been there. And what I'm saying is, we need to start smoking them out. Like, get them out of the house. Where they hiding, they need to be able to come out. And that's what I think Ye and Kanye and all kinds of people are trying to show us. They're scratching underneath the surface, trying to show us who's behind there. If it's those folks, then they need to be talked to. If it's somebody else, we need to be talking to them. But this has been coerced through businesses and voting and people coming together, collaborating on how environments are run. This stuff trickles down directly to how safe our environments are, how war-torn our environments are, how many guns may be in our environments, how many substances that confuse the mind may be floating in those places. This stuff is dreamt up. And it directly relates to why certain things can take place in certain places. And damn it, I am tired of acting like I'm not supposed to know that to be the case. So that is what I have to say, man. Rest in peace to Takeoff. My condolences to his family, the Migos, and everybody at QC. And I am praying for you all, because I know it's about to be a storm that follows this. Just off of the sheer nature of everything that I'm aware of that's there to look at. It's a storm. And it's ugly. And God is needed. My name is BDL44. I thank you all for watching.